a couple of recent order wins as well. It received a 385 crore of project for its water production and supply system in Rajasthan is what we are seeing. In fact, even if we look at this is in contrast to the FY25 performance that we had seen, wherein the revenue was down about 41%, while margins were at 6%. So we'll get perspective in terms of the management on what the outlook for FY26 is, considering that we have a low base and they're seeing about a 50% of a growth here. Where order book positioning, if we look at that, stood at 3,000 crore with a book-to-bill ratio of 4x. Bidding tender at 9,000 crore is what we are looking at. What is interesting is their battery energy storage system vertical, in which now they're setting up a manufacturing facility as well, and they expect a significant mix from this vertical going forward. But to discuss more about the business outlook and the strategy forward, we are in fact joined by Abhinandan Sethi, the CEO of SPML Infra. First of all, Mr. Sethi, welcome to the show. I want to get your sense. Now, you've had a couple of order wins in particular, but last year, if we see FY25 in particular, there had been a couple of headwinds. This included the likes of Jal Jeevan Mission project delays as well. So just want to get your sense on how the order book is currently faring and what is the kind of inflows that you're projecting for this year.
Thank you for having me on the show. Last year, we had faced a temporary blip. It was because of the Jal Jeevan Mission needing to be extended by the central government, and you also due to the elections. But all of that is done now, and we are now again seeing full traction in the Jal Jeevan Mission as well as all the other programs of the government of India, especially the river linking projects. There's a lot of traction, a lot of vendors that are coming up, and we are bidding very actively. Our order book currently is at 3250 crores. We are L1 at about 2700 crores, and we expect to fructify all these L1s in the second quarter itself.
And the order book of 3,250 crore, can you give us a breakup of how much of these orders are legacy orders and how much of these orders are new orders? Because I believe for new orders, the margins are on the higher side, right?
Correct, sir. So our order book from the newer orders right now is about 700 crores. And they will increase as we get more and more new orders, which we are expecting starting from this month. We have already seen one coming in, and we see the balance of 2,700 crores hopefully to fructify in second quarter.
Right.
Okay, so considering that, what is the kind of margin picture that we should be building from FY26 onwards in terms of the margins are concerned? Because I just want a sustainable range. This is also on the back of the other vertical also coming in picture, wherein they have a 15% of a mix. So overall picture in terms of the margin trajectory is?
Our EBITDA would be at about 10 to 12%.
Just the blended margin that we're looking at. Yeah, please go on.
We're looking at an EBITDA of about 10 to 12% for our entire revenue for water. The new orders that the water will give will come around 15%, with the older orders being around about 8 to 9%. And as we start to build them, we will have a blended margin of about 10 to 12% for the year.
Okay, and of this current order book that we are looking at, how much of it is executable in this particular year? Also, you have around a 9,000 crore of an opportunity in terms of whether bidding pipeline is considered. So what is usually the success rate considering the competition which is also there?
So from the tenders that we have participated, our hit ratio is about 20 to 25%. We expect to convert them in this year once these tenders open. The outlook is very large. As I said, since Jal Jeevan Mission has reopened and has been extended, we are expecting to bid in high quantities in the next few quarters. We are seeing a lot of traction even in the power substation segment. Obviously, in our new segment, battery energy storage segment, also there is a lot of traction. We are looking at having an order book closing this year at about 5,000 crores.
Right, sir. Sorry, we missed asking you this. You did give us a margin guidance, but after the weak FY25, for FY26, what is the kind of growth are you looking at for revenue and net profit?
We are looking at a sustainable growth for this year. It could be in the range of about 30% plus on the top line as well as on the bottom line.
Right. And the BESS manufacturing plant, the capital expenditure regarding which is ongoing. Could you explain to us what is the how much capex are you planning to spend here, and how will this plant benefit the company?
So battery energy storage system is something that we are very bullish on. We understand that for India's dream to work on renewable power, battery energy storage system is the heart of it. For us to have all power across the clock, we need the battery energy storage segment to perform and perform very well. We are already seeing a lot of traction in the battery energy storage segment. We did a recent tie-up with Energy Vault, a US listed company, where we have got a transfer of technology from them for our battery energy storage division. We are going to get the entire technology, the technical know-how, and they are going to handhold us till we are able to deliver these equipments on site and also operate and manage them. We are looking to invest about 175 crores into this segment. We have already started our investment. We have done the tie-up. We have bought the land. The work has started on the ground, and we expect to complete construction and be ready to sell in Q1 2026.
Okay.
Financial year 2026.
Okay, so from FY26, will we see more of these revenues coming from this vertical? And also, once these facilities scales up, what is the kind of capacity utilization levels that we should be watching out for?
So we have a phased-wise plan. In our first phase, we are doing a 2.5 gigawatt hour plant, and then we will scale this up to 5 gigawatt hours. And we have larger plans, but as we are successful, we will deploy more and more into this segment. We can expect orders to start flowing in towards the end of this financial year and start production and start selling in the next year. Our goal is that we have healthy power should have a healthy flow from our order book. Maybe to start with, it should be 75-25 and going up to 50-50 as we move forward between water and power.
Okay, so 50-50 is the mix that you're looking at. So once you have this mix, what would be the margin picture? Then would we see an improvement in terms of where the margins are concerned? And also the overall revenue picture that we can build in the next 2 to 3 years coming from this vertical?
So just to tell you, a 2.5 gigawatt hour plant will give you about a revenue of 2,500 crores, and a 5 gigawatt will give you a revenue of about 5,000 crores as we move forward. So we are looking at a very healthy growth going forward. We are very determined to be successful in this field, as well as obviously our legacy business, which is water. And we are seeing a lot of traction, and we can expect a great next 2 to 3 years.
Right, sir. And quickly, if you could share some updates regarding the settlement with NARCL.
We have already settled our debt. It was capped at 700 crores. We have already made a substantial payment of about 300 crores. We are left with 400 crores to be paid over the next 6 years. We have arbitration claims of about 4,500 crores and arbitration awards of about 622 crores. And we are very confident that all of these awards and claims will fructify into payment to NARCL, and we will have no operational cash outflow.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sethi, for joining and sharing that perspective on the outlook forward for the company. So it's the BESS vertical that we should be watching out for SPML Infra. But let me welcome in Avinash to discuss